Oh, tell me what.
Yay, what's up with it, nephew?
Tree TV is the place to be. Tree TV is the place to be.
What's poppin' with you, Playboy?
Oh, tell me what.
Nothing much, man. I'm out here back in my city in Charleston. Tree, the spring, the summer has not ended. Tree. I see the leggings, the sundresses. Tree. I see the painted toes. I see penny line yet today. Tree. Oh, ass jiggling. Tree.
Yeah, it ain't over with, man. I feel you on that. Just getting started, man. Shit, it's been hot the motherfucker out here in Cali.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, you dodging the fires, man? You dodging the fires?
I'm dodging the fires, man. All the smoke out here, man. They trying to set the whole little West Coast on fire. It's been rough, though, man. It's hard.
You got any conspiracies, or you just think it's a wild time?
You know what? I just now actually tapped in. I was hearing about all the fires since last week, but it's so much stuff going on in the world, man. I just zoned out and stopped paying attention. So within the last couple of days, I tuned in and actually start analyzing stuff and start checking it out and stuff. And I would have to say, man, these fires are purposely set. I don't know for what reason, but I believe that they are purposely set. Like this wasn't no coincidence.
You want to hear my theory, Tree?
What's your theory?
And this is based on you know me. I take long breaks from the internet type thing. This is where I come to play. And before I got in trouble for some shit, so I don't come on as much. That's why I don't come on as much, because they was about to sit me down over some shit I was doing on somebody's stream. So, when it comes to you have a bipartisan government and whatnot, and these people are always arguing over shit. Like I just left Norfolk like 2 days ago, and they were in there arguing about at the World Trade Building, and they're in there arguing about like global climate and what to do with different cities where water levels are rising and all kind of shit. And I started to think, I'm like, this global warming thing, like I remember, because I'm 32 now, so I remember when I was like 16, 18, and I remember watching the news and Dan Rather and people being like, scientists say by the year 2050 that certain island or certain city will be underwater. And nobody took it seriously. Nobody took it serious. So then you started to see, like in the last few years, the whole global climate thing, and Trump and people, beside Trump and his conglomerate circle and whatnot, saying, "Oh, nah, it ain't real." So then I always felt like people do things like, even if it's not 100% true, or they can prove it, rather I should say, they will do things to push their narrative. And I know fire start, West Coast and the Southwest and the Northwest and whatnot. We've seen that for years, but this year, like either global warming is speeding up exponentially, or some of those fires were set on purpose to set panic in people and be like, oh my God, see, global warming is real, like the climate is changing. We must get certain people out of offices. We must do this. We must do like that's what I'm starting to think. That's what I'm starting to think, Tree.
Oh, okay, that's a good analogy.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, global warming is real, but god damn, son, I live in the southeast, and I remember again 10 years ago, 15 years ago, them talking about the increase in hurricanes coming about, and I started to notice that I'm like, man, like we had about 6 hurricanes already, and now I'm looking at this map now, like the Doppler radar. Man, it's like 9 storms going on right now between here where I live at and Africa. There's like 9 storms, Tree. It's crazy, Tree. Like hurricane season, they said we already had more named tropical storms now than we had in like 6 of the last 20 tropical seasons.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, we ain't even halfway into this shit.
It's crazy. It's a whole bunch of crazy shit going on, man. It's too much to keep up sometimes and shit, man.
Yeah, Tree. We gotta get right and stay right, man.
You hear about them 2 police getting killed out here? What's up with it, D's nuts? Good morning to you, player.
Was that the one where the dude walked up, or whoever walked up to the car? You talking about that one?
Yeah, the dude walked up to he ambushed him.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't read the full story. Like somebody who works under me sent me an email and was like, "Hey, here." He's like, "Yeah, like it's just getting real." Like, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, like, hey, that's what happens, man. That's what happens.
Well, word
It's
on
the
the
eye
street.
for an eye now."
Yeah, it's the eye for an eye. Word on the street. It's a war between the black people and police on the out here in Cali, and they going body
Yeah,
for
and then people
body,
are, huh?
and they going body for body.
Yeah, and it's like I always tell people that as like you got shit to lose. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got families, you got a job, and this and that. I'm like, there's motherfuckers out here who hate the police who ain't got shit to lose, bro.
Nah, nothing at all. And you can tell that
So
little dude
hey,
was a youngster, man. He walked
yeah,
up and let off a whole clip in the window and got on.
yeah, that's somebody who ain't got shit to lose. They don't have no lease in their name. Like they don't have no family at home, bro. Like they don't have no kids. I know that much. Like they don't. Man, that's a young kid, man. That dude probably like 17 to 21, man.
Oh, bam, bam. That's the same thing I said. I said that little dude is 17 through 21.
He said that for
I did,
you.
because I was trying to analyze the whole situation and shit like that, man, from like all perspectives. And I was like, this little dude is probably like from 17 to 21. I guarantee you. Same
Hell
fucking
yeah.
thing I said.
Shit, when you got little niggas like that who move like that in your city, like you can look at videotapes and can tell if they're young or old. Like you can tell. Like he had no like real like strategy into that shit. There was no like you saw no military form. Like he didn't like try to use cover for anything for cover. He went straight to the window and let off a full clip and went on about his business.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I was like, damn, that little dude just got off
Yep.
and got on.
Yep.
You,
And that's why I tell like even the cops in my city because some of we have to go to the same goddamn meetings and shit. And I'm like I don't fuck with them because I tell them like the way y'all treat people and stuff. I'm like you don't like in your 20-year career, bro. You might put away hundreds of dudes, man. You might harass hundreds of people. You never know who gonna see you in the street and smoke you. You never know.
that's real
So you
too.
got to be careful how you treat people.
That's real, especially in today's times, man. Hey, let me ask you, how do you feel about you ever heard of QAnon?
Nah.
You never heard of QAnon? My
Oh, QAnon. You talking the group, like the movement.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, bro, I thought you were talking about like a rapper named QAnon.
Nah, I'm still stuck on these politics, man. I like politics now, man. I never was interested in politics before, but this year I've been getting into it like real heavy and shit, understanding all the terminology. It's very interesting, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Tree. I ain't saying too much about QAnon. I know what you mean talking about like with pedophiles and politicians and what like, but yeah, I can't. I ain't going there, bro. I ain't going there. I'll say this. I'll say this. There are people in high positions who are involved in weird shit, and as much as it shocks people, Tree, if you really like think about like everyday, like you older than me, Tree, you've been around like you see men, like especially men and white old men in certain positions, and they just say creepy shit. Like they stare at young girls like walking on the street and say creepy shit. So like it's not a surprise, but the fact that people actually think they're in position to where folks won't find out about it. That's when we start talking about the human psyche and the power of the human ego. It's kind of like NFL players like doing dope and stuff, thinking like they won't get caught, or like an Olympian athlete thinking they won't get caught. Like that's how some people are. They get into a position of fame, and popularity, and power, especially when it comes to money, and they think that they can just do whatever they want. I just witnessed that this morning with an old lady. She pulls up in a Porsche, and she almost hits this kid on a bike who goes to college in Charleston, and she's like move your cheap ass bike, so, some shit like cheap ass something, or some condescending comment, like when she was backing up to get into space, he was like behind her, and the fact that she just said it, and then like she puts on her shades and puts her arm like in her little Louis purse and walks into the bakery that I was going into, and I'm like, God damn, like she just talked to this man like she owns him and the street. Like that's how some people are, and now it's getting exposed. And I thought it was funny. I just talk about his ass, but when it comes to Obama, I always think back to when he put that medal around Ellen DeGeneres' neck and was crying on camera. I always go back to that, and it's weird now seeing like how he did more for gays and these rich white gay people, but didn't do shit for black people. Like I think that's gonna come back into play. His name is gonna pop up. Tree, it's gonna pop up.
Well, they say Barry is gay. You believe that?
Who?
Barry. That's Obama's real name, my nigga. You know.
Oh yeah. That he's gay. I think he's one of those dudes who are like.
Man,
I think he's more open to that shit than the average black man. I'll put it that way.
You got people that was in high school with Barry and said, man, Barry was openly gay back then, messing with dudes.
Yeah, like the whole thing, like with Michelle, like I'm gonna put it this way: the dudes in my city who always come out to be like DL and shit, they all have girlfriends or wives like Michelle Obama, like the stereotypical, the sassy, strong black woman who not my man type shit, and like they always wind up being like with those kind of women. And when I see their relationship, their interaction, it's like she's the man, she's the man.
Yeah, that whole thing where they said Michelle Obama was a man, because I guess Barry had a friend named Michael that was his best friend, and they were saying like Michael was his lover. And there's a picture with him and Michael when they was in college, and Michael got like a birthmark or discoloration on his elbow. And then they put the elbows, him and Michelle's elbows side by side, man, and I swear, man, that's the same mark there. Like it's like, and they said Michael then mysteriously disappeared, and man, they got so many conspiracy theories. This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, man, this shit is like, whoa. So let me ask you this: do you think it's like, I know you said that some of these higher upper people may be involved in pedophilia and stuff, but do you think it's like a controlled business to where they're trafficking children?
Nah, I think people reached on that with the whole trafficking children thing, because you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it how like dudes in Atlanta putting kids in the back of vans and having secret. Like they're not doing that. They're doing it systematically, like through like the child service system. Like you see more racists like popping up in the family courts and the what do you call it? Child care services system and things of that.
Yeah, but I started like when I watched the Epstein documentary, because it baffled my mind when they kept saying sex trafficking. I'm like, what is this terminology they using now? This new terminology, sex trafficking. Children are being sex trafficking. I'm like, how are children being sex trafficking with nobody saying nothing? Like this is going on and these children are being affected by this. But when they broke down the Jerry Epstein thing, I seen how it can go on, man. How it can be like a system, undercover, secretive operation that's going on. I seen that shit. Have you watched a documentary with Epstein on Netflix?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they broke that shit down, and and I was like, oh, he was getting with all the little ninth grade girls and having them come massage them and stuff, and that's where the shit started off. And they was going to bring all their friends and recruiting, and man, they affected dozens of little girls. Got caught up in that stuff. So I was like, oh, that's how it go on. Because I was baffled. Like, man, how are children, being affected like this, man, and nobody is protecting them?
Yeah. I think America is also seeing a lot of shit that goes on in other places in the world, but most people in America were always raised in a system to where it's like, and like, you know how a lot of people look at North Korea and they're like, in China, and they're like, oh, look how they treat the people don't even know what's going on in the real world, like Al Jazeera news and stuff like that. And in the Far East, it's like America does the same shit. It's just that everything's sensationalized instead of hidden. That's America. It's so much shit thrown into social media and all mass media in America is that it could be right in front of people's faces and they don't see it.
Yeah.
It's just that other countries, but America has always sensationalized shit to the point where it's info overload. It's overload. Like, look at when Pelosi swore up and down she was going to impeach Trump. And everybody was like, he's going down. I'm like, bro, like, y'all talking about distractions. Like, this shit, I can tell you firsthand is a distraction. Like, that man ain't leaving office. And when she said she had the paperwork and everything, she was going to bring it to the Senate. And like, no, you couldn't get that vote. She was never going to get that vote to impeach Trump. She was never going to get it.
I think Donald Trump is more popular now than he was within his first election.
Yes.
More Trump supporters, especially black people.
Yes. Trudy, I said on Facebook 2 years ago, I said, you know why people hate Donald Trump? Is because he's everything most black people in this country want to be. And when you are something that black people want to be or have, they don't like you. That's why a lot of people on that I hate Donald Trump train, because you ask somebody like, what's so bad about Donald Trump? Oh, he said, people like no tree say racist shit.
Why wouldn't he racist?
He's racist.
Why wouldn't he racist when everybody was an Apprentice fan? These same people that's called racist, they was fans of The Apprentice.
All these rappers, shit, Ray Sherman got a song called Donald Trump. These niggas making songs about Donald Trump the last 10 years. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, fuck Donald Trump. What?
Yeah, that shit.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah, shit is crazy. I was just like tripping, like damn, like so. Because I remember Omarosa was his motherfucking sidekick for the longest. He put Omarosa in the game. Like racist motherfuckers, they don't do that. But yeah, man, this is our new world we living in. What's up with it, Jacksonville? I'm over here rolling up some of this fabulous sticky, hoping I can shake this headache.
See, what do you think? I'm not your honest opinion, man. What do you in November when the election comes? When the sun rises the day after the election day, what's going to be going on? Like whose face is going to be all over CNN?
Donald Trump.
True. I just wanted to see what you thought.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I say he seemed like he more popular now than he was back then.
Yeah.
But I knew he was going to win back then too, because I already knew like this is a very sexist country and they ain't finna let a woman run nothing under no circumstances.
Yeah, especially after a black man.
You would see a woman being the CEO of Amazon or other big corporate entities before they get to the president of the United States. Like it would be first it would be a vice lady that's president. They ain't just gonna jump to president like that. And this is just the rules of the world.
You have to have people in place to make that happen.
Yeah, this is just the rules of the world. I didn't make this a sexist country. It's just the rules.
Yeah.
But I think, before we see that happen, we would see more women in high level positions just all across the board in politics and everything before, they let a woman be president.
Yeah.
So I knew it was, I knew right then and there. I was saying, oh man, the election is gone now. I said, they just blew the whole, Hillary went in against this nigga? I said, it's a wrap. I said, it's a motherfucking wrap. I said, she lost by default. Just based on the rules of society. I was like, can't nobody see that? Like, man.
That's definitely what's going on.
Yeah, man. So YouTube been amped up lately since motherfuckers been on this quarantine, and you know a lot of people are at home.
A lot of people.
This shit been so amped up, man. It's been crazy. Did you hear about the Sugar Shay Tommy thing?
Ah, okay, that's how, man, it's so funny you asked me about that because one night I randomly got on YouTube, bro, and because I listen to Star, Troy Terrain,
Yeah, I fuck with Star.
and
I saw you over there.
she used to, she used to be on Star's show or whatever, and that's when I subscribed to her like a while back when she was on his show.
Exactly.
So. So like I go to my subscriptions on my app and I see her live, and it's like Tommy. I click in and she's like, "Now let's get to this nigga, Tommy." And I'm like, "Tommy who?" And she starts talking about the hotel and how you were trying to deny it. Yes, Tommy, you know exactly who the fuck I am. I was like, "Oh my gosh, bro, this man name is everywhere, bro." Like, that's what I saw. I don't know what's going on though. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it started. Like all I heard was her just going on and on about some hotel and something.
Yeah, man, this shit been lit, man. I can't lie. I've been having some watching some high level entertainment on this motherfucker, man. And it's funny because everybody trying to get a little 15 minutes of fame. Everybody, they doing to do whatever for the clout. Make up shit, lie.
Yeah.
It's motherfucking sickening.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like an elaborate little money grab she put together. You know, seemed to work out for her. So, you know, it's a whole bunch of motherfuckers plotting and scheming in the backdrops, doing whatever. But that shit been lit lately, man. Like I said, people been home. Man, this has been lives 24/7, nigga. All the way to the wee hours of the morning.
I saw my boy you know the dude Dame Hungry, he does the food reviews?
Nah.
The fat dude with the beard.
Oh, yeah, to be sitting.
You seen him sitting in his car.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw he's got a new commercial with Burger King for the Whoppers. I'm like, I saw that fool on like 3 different commercials, 3 or 4 different commercials. I'm like, that man started out eating, and I was telling people during the quarantine shit, I'm like, well, whatever you're trying to do, figure that shit out right now. It's the perfect time. This man went from eating chicken tenders in his car, having contracts with Burger King.
Yeah. Straight up, man.
That's hustling, Tree. That's hustling.
It is. Them opportunities are definitely out there. We was talking about that the other day on my show, how, you know, we're living in a time where you can make money for free, per se, with this internet. Like, you ain't got to invest in it and put money into it. You can build something on this motherfucker and make some money. Make some good cash.
All you got to do is pay your Wi-Fi bill, bro. You can make money.
Shit, that other nigga didn't pay no Wi-Fi bill. He paid cell phone bill because he was sitting in his car.
Yeah.
You know, unless he got a Wi-Fi in his car.
The only money he really spent is when he upgraded his camera to like a little GoPro. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And shit, his supporters probably bought that for him. That's why I say like it be.
Yeah. Now he's getting free stuff and all that kind of shit. I've noticed that.
Yeah, that's a good look right there, man. But yeah, they be signing all types of deals and Spotify deals. The nigga Joe Rogan got a 100 million.
Who?
Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah.
They gave him 100 mil tickets. The D said
For real?
D said Shay never produced that STD paperwork. Yeah, because supposedly there was STD transmitted. Shay was saying that she had cottage cheese in her drawers from
From who?
She said she got caught syphilis from Tommy.
She got an STD from him?
Yeah, that was the whole thing of it. So we was like, okay, produce the paperwork. She never could produce it.
Wow. Why didn't she though? Well, I guess she was just doing it strictly for clout.
Yeah, that's why this the new era, Pat. don't be surprised, my nigga. Like cloud is the #1 top cyber drug out there, my nigga.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Cloud is heavy, but god damn, I ain't about to put myself out there having no goddamn STD for some cloud. God damn.
Look here, man. Motherfuckers is going. This nothing. And motherfuckers going to even stoop lower, nigga. Like that like button and all that old shit that releases serotonin in your brain. Like motherfuckers is hooked into this shit. We are really
Yeah, I know.
With the computer. Like this shit control people's emotions and everything.
I was telling somebody about that when I saw the period challenge and the mood challenge with the girls like trying to make the pee with their ass and shit. I'm on Facebook and I see broads who got whole boyfriends in the house and husbands, and they post some shit on their Instagram. And I saw one girl get caught up, and now her husband like kicked her out the house and shit. It was like in my city on live because she went posting the shit like on a different. You know how some women believe like, oh, I can do this on Twitter because my husband ain't got one or my boyfriend ain't got one. Like she was one of them. So she went posting the shit on Instagram, and he didn't know she had an Instagram. That's why I be telling dudes, and dudes be like, "But I'm a man. I'm not into all that social media shit." I'm like, "Your girl is. Know that." So if you don't have no Twitter, your girl always talk about how she on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. Somebody got her attention on Twitter.
Yeah, I know a couple of people like that. One of my homies. His girl, she be like, nigga, she's on my Facebook page, and she be like, well, they both on my Facebook page, but I said something about what we're talking about right now, how wives are on the internet and their husbands don't know about it and shit like that, and she jumped in my comment section saying that her husband wasn't on her Facebook page, and I was like, what? And this is my nigga. I was like, no, what are you posting all that crazy shit, girl?
Exactly.
He posting about Jesus and God is good and all this. He got all these Jesus posts. Nigga, she be over there turned up in Thailand.
Yep. Sharing all them sex posts and shit made by 16-year-old kids talking about some, like, what color can you reach on the popsicle? I've been seeing that. I'm like, why are you even sharing that shit? Like, and you're going to get caught up. Like, you're going to get caught up.
Yeah, you know. And that shit ain't none of my business. Like, I ain't even went back and told him nothing, or, you know, I don't get involved in people's relationships. Like, you got to handle what's going on in your own household.
You know how that shit go, Tree. It's some niggas, man. Man, see, man, that nigga hating, man. He telling me he probably trying to talk to her or something. Like, I'm not saying your boy is like that, but I've seen dudes like that. That's why I stay out of people's shit too.
Yep, stay out of their mouth.
Especially if they on some simp shit. Like, yeah, I've lost friendships in my I guess I can say younger days now, because I'm 32 now, but I've lost some friendships over shit like that, Treat. I'm like, that's what I always tell dudes. If you think your homeboy is a simp, I would keep my distance from them, because they don't take a girl word over yours any day. Like, them dudes be pussy whipped, man.
And then, you know, like, I don't know if you ever been like a third wheel in somebody's relationships. It's like, once they involve you in that shit, nigga, you I experienced that with, two of my friends, man. And I felt like a motherfucking, like, they was in like an abusive relationship. They used to always scream and argue and yell at each other, and after a while they just got comfortable doing that shit in front of me, because I used to be up in the studio with my nigga every day. We used to be working and shit, and he had the studio up in his pad and shit, and I start feeling like a traumatized kid after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what you mean. Man, that shit wore me out, my nigga. We always got to go take walks so he can cool down, and I'm talking about this shit went on every motherfucking day, my nigga. I was like, nigga, I'm not gonna get in the middle of y'all shit. I never said nothing. That's why I was like a traumatized child, because I never said nothing. I just sat there and watched it all like a fly on the wall and shit. But I was like, my nigga, you can't hit her. The one thing I can't let you do is put your hands on her. But I ain't finna say nothing. How you talk to her, nigga, that's your girl. Now they broke up. And,
went through all that shit just to break up.
Yeah, and they both don't even like really fuck with me no more. Ain't that something?
Damn, Tree.
I caught the shoulder end of the stick like a motherfucker. Say, damn. But I said, man, I
That's
never
I
do that
go.
again, man. I never, you trying to mediate situations and help friends out and stuff like that. I said, I never ever put myself in that type of position again because that shit traumatized me. That way they were screaming and yelling at one another, and I'm like, God damn, like this is just too much because I'm
Yeah.
not the type of person. I'm not finna be yelling and fighting and screaming. If we got to do all that, then we just don't need to be together. Love ain't that motherfucking serious. Well, you got to be
Yeah, I was about to say
respectful.
that. Like, yeah, at some point you got to realize, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like I don't know. And like, what I'm trying to say is like, if you're in pursuit of happiness and you're not happy, like, let this shit go. And I know it's hard for people to be like, damn, like, shit go or whatever. But I always tell people, man, it's like 6.5, 7 billion people on Earth, bro. Like, you shouldn't be going through hell for one.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I get it. Your emotions and feelings have been caught up with that person. What's up with the V-Dub Boogie up in the hizzle for shizzle? Miss Anastasia was popping. Yeah, I understand it. I get it from a feeling standpoint. Motherfuckers get caught up in their emotions and.
Yeah.
But shit, it's more to life, man.
Hell yeah, it is, Tree.
It's definitely more to life. He said Sugar Shay claimed to have the package, and it was a lie. It was a complete lie. Still to this day, we ain't seen no official paperwork.
Yeah.
I think people like to be lied to, though. We live in a time on this internet world where a lie have more relevancy than the truth. Lies
You
more
said some
entertaining.
people like to be lied to?
Yeah.
You know what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're just used to lies, so they like to be lied to. They don't like the truth. The lie is more entertaining than the truth.
Yeah, it is. That's why when shit breaks about like artists and stuff on Twitter and shit, like, oh, the Odell thing, like with the three girls was on the podcast and she just says like, yeah, Odell likes being shitted on and shit. And then like people like ran with it and I'm like, she just said it. Like she
Yeah.
said some shit and y'all
No
just ate it up.
receipts. No nothing. Just ate
Oh
it
my
up,
God,
plastered
damn.
on headlines. Everybody just took that and ran with it. You see how all the blog sites are? Motherfuckers just wait for you to slip and shit.
Boss up, shade room, all that shit.
Cause I was there when it went down. I be watching Adam 22 No Jumper, and I just be looking at things from a analytical perspective a lot. I wanted to see, what people resonate with that actual show and stuff like that, because it was getting crazy numbers, and just the mind state of these little girls and these little youngsters out here and shit like that. I'll be like peeping that out and shit as well. So the girl who accused of Odell Beckham of that was Chief Keef baby mama.
Yeah.
And so she was on the show. She was on, I think it's Thoughts in the Neighborhood or some shit. They got a little show on there, and they be viewing all these what do you call these cat stack type of girls.
That's the same girls who fucked like all the Phoenix Suns. Like Devin Booker and them was fucking them. They
Yeah.
fucked like all the Phoenix Suns. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But they warring with academics right now, so it's so funny.
Yeah.
That shit is so funny to watch.
I know what they're going after though. I think they're going after the angle. Let's piss these black men off so we can get those feminist dollars from these young girls.
Yeah, that's what they accusing Adam of. They accusing him of trying to tear down the black culture, and he got to walk a fine line because they playing that race card with him real tough. They be playing like they be playing with Vlad TV. They be trying to cancel Vlad. That shit be funny. I'll be like, man. But yeah, she was talking about Odell Beckham, and she was telling all kind of little crazy stories. Yeah, they got ran through by the whole team, 7, 8 dudes, and they just proud of that type of stuff. These are young girls getting surgically enhanced bodies. And they making a buck. The little girl Selena Powell, man, she showed over $1 million up in her OnlyFans.
Which one?
Selena Powell.
Oh yeah. There's a girl from my city named. Matter of fact,
You remember the girl like a few weeks ago who tried to expose the baby for being in her DM or some shit? Her name's Diamond.
Nah.
She was on Shade Room too, but her name is Diamond. Diamond the Dime or whatever. Her fucking. But Diamond's doing about. I remember her best month. She did about 28 racks in a month. She did about 28 racks in a month, and she's just a little local thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I fuck Diamond for free, like back in the G, but it's like, damn, like these broads are really out here, like. I don't know, like some of them I feel like Tree, like they have other shit going on other sites and they market their OnlyFans on there because ain't no way you making 28 racks a month on Twitter and your interactions on your tweets are like, 8 to 10 interactions. Like you posting your link somewhere else. I ain't hating, I'm just saying like a lot of girls who are making that real money, they're marketing their OnlyFans through like 20 platforms. You know what I'm saying? So they're good at branding now. They're good at branding.
Yeah. And then the OnlyFans is popping right now. It's like a trend.
Yeah. So you got to get all that money while you can, cause I think like in a year, like even like honestly, Tree, like back in April when the COVID shit really blew up, I would say like around May, June, you saw all these girls were OnlyFans, and now I honestly like on my Twitter timeline, I see like the same girls like every day now. But before it was like who is this? Like you're just sitting in your living room fingering yourself. Like who the fuck is like? I think they realize like it ain't just some you sit back and show your pussy and get all this money. You actually have to brand yourself.
Yeah. Got to be unique, something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we done seen ass cheeks. Like we done seen them all. Like we done seen them. So some girls they do like they dress up real nice or they do like wild shit. I don't know, they might do dildo play on or they get into their own what do you call it? Their own what's the word? Their own what do you call it? Like the role organism plays in the
Role
environment.
play.
Their niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, they find like dudes like who like women with big bellies, so they do
Yeah.
belly play and shit like that.
Yeah. Or well, women or feet. Dudes that got the foot fetishes and.
Yeah, I like some pretty feet, Tree, but I ain't paying no $9.99 a month, man. It's toes, bro. Like I thought
Yeah.
that shit was wild, man.
Shit is wild, but I'm like, hey man, whatever floats your boat, as long as it ain't harming nobody or messing with little kids. I encourage you, man, live your best life and have motherfucking fun, even if you like feet and toes and bunions all in your mouth. But yeah, that shit is weird
Yeah.
to me too. Like I don't got no. I mean, I like for a woman to have her feet done and stuff. I mean, it looks very beautiful, but I ain't got no sexual attraction to some goddamn toes. Shit don't turn me on like that.
You ain't following the chick down the street because you saw she got
Yeah, shit ain't
red toenails.
Yeah, the shit ain't making my my hormones spin and shit like that. Nigga getting a boner and shit, nigga ready to bust on himself. This nigga, cause nigga seen some French tip, fresh toenails, freshly done. But yeah, some niggas go crazy, my nigga.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like I'll look like it'll make my head turn and then peep the whole package. But some dudes will see like toes and just go nuts. Like I've seen dudes in the club like drunk, like trying to like suck toes. I've seen that shit, bro.
Man.
But I was out in Vegas and I saw that shit, man. One of my homeboys, like he flew in and met us there, and bro got too drunk, man. He got too drunk, and I heard when he said it, he was like, "You're beautiful." He was like from head to toe, and he was like, I heard when he said, "Can I suck them?" I think he talking about tits, like she had some nice tits, so I'm like, damn, dude, wilding, but he getting it, like he talking about sucking her titties in the club, like let that man suck a titty, like. Man, next thing I know, my man was just like shaking his head, looking down. I'm like, "What's wrong?" He was like, "Just look at them." And then she was like, "What?" And then she was sitting down in a chair, and then he was like, "Can I suck them?" And she was like, "What? No!" Like, and then he was like, "This brutal." We kept looking at her feet. He was looking at her toes, bro. Not even her titties, her toes, bro. He was trying to suck them shit in the club, Tree.
Damn, that shit blows my mind, man. But like I say, man, got some You got some cold folks out here, man. Some cold little freaks, man. I got a lot of people that's in the adult entertainment business. A lot of buddies who's
Yeah,
working
yeah.
and shit. And I was at my one partner house. Matter of fact, the one dude I was telling you, they used to argue all the time. I was over there,
Yeah.
and he was about to shoot this model, and she was about to get do a toe scene. So this dude, they called this dude over there, and I guess they was about to shoot him eating her toes, and he was like, "You don't want to watch my nigga?" I said, "Nah, man." I said, "When you gonna be done?" I said, "I gotta make some runs and shit." He said, "I'll be done in about a couple hours." So I left and I came back, and man, nigga, they was all on the floor dying and shit. And I was like, "Nigga, what's so funny?" He said, "Man, that nigga ate them feet up like nachos." And I said, "What?" I said, "What?" And they showed me the video, my nigga. That nigga was fucking them toes up, my nigga. Like it was a motherfucking 3-piece meal, and that nigga was like an Ethiopian with dirt on his booty. And nigga ain't never ate in like about 6 months, man. He fucked them toes up. I was like, wow, man. You know, but they made a whole bunch of money off that type of shit. I was like, damn, this shit is crazy, man. Like just the way people's minds are wired.
Yeah, people like what they like, bro.
You know?
I like the butt thing is like big here now. Like, tree, I swear I walk up my door. Like, I live on a street called Trad Street. It's like near the Battery, like where all the like tourists and stuff, like all the hot white, like the MILFs you see like on Pornhub and shit live over here. So these young girls who go to COC, like, you know, I don't know if people, like, I don't know what the fuck people are looking at, but I'm telling people that these white girls are evolving, bro. Like the way they change their diets and shit, like they're sculpting their bodies, bro. Like with these food and these natural herbs and shit, like they're doing what black women were doing, our ancestors were doing. They're essentially doing the same thing. Like they're eating, like, you know what I'm saying, like all natural meals and all this kind of shit, and you can see it in their body tree. The girls was walking in front of me. I mean, ass clapping, tree clapping. And the sister is walking by me, and we get to this corner across the street, like the crosswalk, and the black dude's looking, and I don't think they were together because she was kind of like all free willy-nilly with him looking and shit. And I don't think they were a couple though. And she was like, "Oh, that's what you like?" And he was like, "Shit, they looking." He was like, "Shit, they almost looking better than y'all these days." And it wasn't like he was saying that white women are better than black women. He was just saying like he's an ass man. So if that ass looked better than what you got, he's gonna go after that shit. Like, and that's what I'm starting to see. Like, just this in society, like the melting pot of fetishes and interests and whatnot. Like, that's why you see everybody kind of interacting in, you know, good and bad ways. Like, because this shit is. Hey, tree. Everybody's being open about their little fetishes and shit. Like they are. Like black girl. I see white girls all the time who speak to me like they'll look like. You ever seen a white woman like look at your crotch like she's measuring you up?
Yeah.
Like they'll do that shit, and people try to act like all white women are scared of black dudes. I'm like, nah. They're scared to be open about liking black dudes because the way y'all treat interracial dating and shit like that. But they're looking. They're definitely looking.
Hey, you see that experiment where the dude was on the subway and he put a like a bulge in his pants to make it seem like he had a big wanky or whatever, and he had a film, like a hidden camera filming women
At his crotch, like on his crotch.
Yeah, he had no, he didn't have the hidden camera on his crotch. He just had the hidden camera on his body, but he had like a bulge in his crotch. He made like a big bulge on purpose, and to see what women stare. So he's secretly filming women, and women was like looking, and a few women got out their fucking cell phones and start filming his bulge, and it was funny, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, women do be looking, man.
Yeah, they do. And that's why they be having them group chats. I didn't see them group chats. I be, man,
It's on,
that's
it's
exactly why I
on
wouldn't have
YouTube
group
or
chats.
Facebook. I can't remember. It's like if they ain't took it down yet, but it's like I think you can just type in man on subway with hidden camera or something like that. You know, with hidden camera to win. They did like an experiment. Yay, what's up with it, Miss Saffron up in the Hizzle for Shizzle? We said we talking about some interesting topics. Yeah, man, we just floating down a list of things. There's a whole bunch of things to talk about, you know. That's one thing I like. We ain't just arguing and roasting people over here 24/7. We like to sit down and have like some interesting conversations and act like adults. You know,
Yeah,
like,
get the brain going, man.
act like parents and homeowners and just adult people, you know. I know a lot of the rest of these motherfuckers act like they in 6th grade 24/7. It's like, God damn, nigga, you ain't got no chill, nigga. You just waking up every day with motherfucking strangers on your mind. Like, you really into this shit, nigga, huh? But, you know, you stay on.
The I hate this nigga syndrome.
Yeah. I ain't finna wake up every day with a lot of these niggas is invisible. You mad at a motherfucker, you don't even know what they look like. You just mad at a fucking screen name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see that person's screen name just trigger your ass, and that's when the trolls have fun with you. You know what I'm saying? They go make the screen name of that person and just trigger your ass, and you know, you be talking shit and they ain't even the real person. I was like, nigga, I'll save that energy for shit in my people in my real life. You know, motherfuckers I got access to if I want to be mad at another human being in a real
Hell
way.
yeah.
You know. Because, you know, you do need that type of energy. It's, you know, this is a harsh world we live in, per se. And you got to hold your own. You know, so some motherfuckers do deserve that type of energy where you know, got to be ready to go upside their motherfucking head. But save that energy for people in your real life, not a motherfucker that live way across the motherfucking pond in cyberspace. About a bitch. Yeah, you say you know you lost when you let controls troll you, huh? I see why. You know, you sit back and just have some fun. Like, look at this dude. This dude is just triggered by a name. Some letters constructed together. So okay, let me ask you, being a sports fan, how do you feel about the way they present sports today? Is it the same excitement watching the games and stuff now with no audience? No
Is it
crowd?
the same excitement?
Yeah.
It depends on what sport you're talking about. Like, I'm gonna put it like this, Tree. If you're not a die-hard basketball fan, you probably wouldn't like how the NBA was presented. But as a basketball head and junkie, like that, like I took, like a few of us were saying it on Facebook, like when it first started when it was like, oh, Kobe, you can't have no fans and this and that, whatever for NBA. I said this is gonna be like when we played AAU basketball. I'm an AAU coach, so it's like AAU basketball with those people who watching your show, whoever played basketball as in the youth at AAU level, like it brings out the best in people because it's, first of all, most of those dudes around the same ages, and a lot of them nowadays play on the same AAU circuits. So now you get to see who's really good in the NBA. Now you get to see it. Like all that shit talking people was doing about LeBron and he old and he washed. He didn't like that. That's cool with all the fans cheering and fans making comments. But when it's just them on the court, you see what LeBron is doing. It brings out the best in NBA. And that's what it does. It brings out the best. It exposes people too. It does. So I like it. NBA wise, NFL wise, I don't know. It's something about the fans at NFL. Like, you got to have the fans. Like, you got to have the fans. Or else it looks like the XFL.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You remember what Vince McMahon had? Would it have like, it had like 5,000 people, 10,000 in the crowd. But NFL crowds are different. When you watching that Raiders game and you see 40,000 people in the stands, like with Raiders shit on, like it's different.
Yeah. You feel that energy with them, you know. There's a combustion, and that all plays like a scientific role in nature, in a sense, like the crowd being there and everybody drawing off each other's energy. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, we walk in energy, per se. And so I just thought like that aspect and that intensity would just be lost, and it would just affect the game dramatically. But I think somebody else brought it up in here, like, you know, the gambling is still a big side. It's still motherfuckers betting on them games, and I say, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like I played DFS, like daily fantasy sports with FanDuel, DraftKings, Fantasy Draft, and I didn't be on Bovado. So like, I'm not gonna lie, it's true. Like a lot of people were getting to the point where it was like junkie status. We're like, we needed something just to bet on, bro. Like, so we were glad sports came back, bro.
Yeah, if it's from that standpoint, that perspective, then yeah, I could see, because I would be like, man, you know, put my motherfucking sports back on, because then it's like it's more exciting, you know, put some money on your team. It's like a video game in a sense. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That you're actually playing because you got something at stake.
Yeah, and socially, I'm in the barber shop. All I hear is Trump every goddamn day. I'm like, can we talk? Like, and then I'll be like, damn, nothing's happening in sports. Like, I need sports because these niggas ain't talking about nothing in the barber shop, man. Like, these niggas, like talking about it. It was to the point like I saw 60-year-old men debating about like it's like what 6ix9ine last in the 90s if he was rapping in the 90s. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Like, who cares? Like, this shit is entertainment, bro. Like, that man made millions in jail. He made millions in jail.
He's actually Daniel Hernandez is actually a smart little kid as far as his marketing tactics and strategies and stuff. I'll be analyzing him from that standpoint, and I'm looking at him right now, and it's seeming like he's losing a lot of traction. You know, they talking about they canceled him like it's a wrap for 6ix9ine and stuff like that, and I'm noticing. Now he's just popping up doing interviews everywhere. I saw him on the local news, and the local news is in talking about snitching to him, and he's just doing all these interviews. The Shade Room. He's like trying to like get his numbers back up. So I want to see if that marketing strategy actually works for him as far as getting his numbers back up because he flopped as far as his little album that just came out.
How many did he sell though? I know Big Sean outsold him by like 50,000 units.
Yeah, I think he was projected to sell 150,000 in the first week, and he only did something like 45,000.
Yeah,
somewhere around there. But yeah, he's slipping, and motherfuckers is clowning him. And I noticed a new move on his chessboards because at first, you know, he wasn't so freely moving around like that, giving people his time, doing interviews and stuff like that. He was keeping it like contained and controlled on his own platform. And that's why he was getting them astronomical numbers like on IG Live and breaking numbers and shit like that.
Yeah.
But now since that little album done flopped, that nigga's yeah, what Freddy Krueger said, 150K first week, made like just under 50K. Okay, yeah, see? You said they pulling back on him, Freddie? Yup.
Yeah, I think that was gonna happen regardless, but at the same time, as an artist these days, the money you have to keep, the way you keep your crowd is you have to do shows. He hasn't done shows.
So true.
Remember, he went to jail before all this shit happened, like the COVID shit and all this and that. So like, his drought when it comes to show money is longer than the average artist.
Yeah.
So he has to do something, and the music, like if you're this is an attest to having music that matters, like having music that has substance. Because like if something happens like COVID or you go to jail or something and the streets ain't fit, like the streets don't fuck with you, this pop culture shit is cool. But in pop culture, kids will have a favorite rapper on Monday and a new favorite rapper on Friday. You get what I'm saying?
Yep, you're right. You say
because like
go ahead.
The average DMX fan been a DMX fan since DMX came out.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did you see that
Like,
documentary, the Rough Rider documentary on BET? It's pretty hot, nigga. Check it out.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. Then.
Yep, it's a 5-part series.
When did it start? Like,
I think it was like maybe last month or something.
so they already finished it.
Yeah, they already finished it. It's dope though.
All right, so I can find it somewhere online. It's probably like on Amazon Prime or some shit. Who knows?
They did the No Limit documentary. No, it's called the Rough Rider Chronicles, No Limit Chronicles, and who else was the other one that I saw? I can't remember right now. Oh, was it Cash Money? No, it wasn't Cash Money, but they doing like different chronicles of all the popular labels and groups back in the day. You say you saw the Double R story? That's a different story. No diss. Yeah, you're right. He better stick to trolling and doing hot singles. The boy 6ix9ine, man, because I think it's a rap for him. He shouldn't have. You can tell that he know he's slipping. The way he moving around erratically, he should have just stayed on his chessboard and not moved them pieces, I think. And just been calm.
You don't think he should have did the Shade Room interview?
Nah, I don't think he should be doing all these interviews because now he's just popping up everywhere because he know he's slipping in sales. He think that's going to project his album sales per se. You know, he needed to come up with another plan and formula and do something else dramatical and get the internet's attention. But he's a very smart kid. I mean, I looked at him from like I said, an analytical standpoint, like when he was doing all his interviews on the Breakfast Club and stuff like that. He know this internet mathematics. That's what he does know. And he can he be editing and doing all his videos himself. That's how he got in the game. That's what he used to do. He used to do other rappers' videos and shit.
Yeah.
So he know how to work himself off this internet, and he know about this internet algorithm. He know how this motherfucker tick, and he uses it to his advantage. He's actually, I said, he's a little smart kid. That's how he was able to make them little Nostradamus, them cyber Nostradamus predictions, talking about, yeah, I'm finna go over on the Breakfast Club, and it's gonna be your biggest interview ever, and it was. I think that motherfucker got like 16, 17 million to date or some shit like that. It was. That's when he was like in sync with the internet algorithm. I was like, look at this little motherfucker pressing buttons. But that little shit ain't gonna last long. That whole little snitch movement he on and selling I Snitch t-shirts and I Snitch memorabilia and paraphernalia and stuff like that. Like, don't nobody want to be associated as no snitch in the end. Like that little word got a whole bunch of dirt and stuff on it. It was fun and gimmicky while it lasted. Hold up to the person that's back in the thing. I'll get you up right this out. That's you again, Pat? You back, player?
Oh shit. Tree, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You came in here twice. You got two names up in here.
Tree, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me? Mic check testing 1 2. Okay, that's him. Thought somebody was trying to porn bond your boy. Had a dude from Honduras come up here yesterday. He didn't pull his swinky out, but he had like a t-shirt on with a picture of a wee and shit, man. I'm like, dude, get your ass up out of here, man. Mic check, you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay, for sure.
But I was saying that kid made he made over 20 mil in jail, Tree. I think now like a lot of times I think in the public eye, people think they're struggling to get money, but I think he's just trying to scrape the jar. I think a lot of times people are just scraping the jar.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like if I made 20 mil and I'm in the kind of, I would say he on thin ice. Tree, honestly, I don't subscribe to that idea that he can't do certain shit cause niggas gonna smoke him. Like, on some real shit, this nigga's walking around 20 years on earth that like Suge Knight was walking around before he got arrested, like, and nobody tried Suge Knight. No, he did get into a fight. Somebody did punch him, but nobody came up to Suge Knight and smoked Suge Knight. And a lot of people was like, he got Pac killed. He got this person killed. He did all this, but like, who smoked him? Nobody. So I don't see the difference in 6ix9ine. I really don't. Like when that Drake shit was going on with Meek, like Drake bodyguards ain't bulletproof. And Meek from Philly, nobody pulled a gun out on Drake. Nobody.
Well, I think it's a little bit different with 6ix9ine and just the era that we living in, because somebody will try to do it for clout. Like,
but nobody pulled up on Drake for clout, though, Tree.
Well, Drake ain't ran to dudes different cities talking about suck my dick, this they dead homies. Like 6ix9ine done a lot of the stuff. He done a lot of fucking trolling. So it's like somebody would use that as like a tactic for clout. And like, man, I'm gonna be the one to get this nigga. And you know, whoever got him would be praised and all that old shit. And you know, you got people doing crazy stuff like making them mysterious STDs about themselves for clout. So I don't put nothing past nobody these days.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's crazy. Like what you think, people will do the direct opposite. You'll think, okay, well, this is logical. Bam. You know, it's like a reverse world in the internet world. The illogical stuff, you know, leads the way and shit, per se. It's fucking ridiculous. You be thinking like, oh, no, that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna work. And then the shit works. And the shit flies. And you be like, damn, you be sitting back scratching your head. They try to make you think, you know, your thinking process, which is the correct way, but they'll try to make you think you thinking fucked up.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are doing crazy shit on purpose now. I'll be sitting back thinking, like, man, should I jump on that bandwagon and just, you know, do something shocking to get something? I'm like, hell no, nigga, I ain't going out like that. They said they
People are talking about on Twitter. And I thought that was weird. And I tell people like this is how I know, and they know them dudes were not going to jail. That Breonna Taylor case, they had to have the civil settlement for it. Like for one, like I feel like yeah, the entry was wrong or whatever was going on was wrong, but I also believe that it was tree. I know like I took a lot of heat for this on Facebook, bro, like a lot of heat. But there was something going on with Breonna Taylor that I think the public don't know about. Like I know they keep saying like, "Oh, the boyfriend got nothing to do with it, drugs." Like she was a nurse, she was a nurse. I know bitches here in Charleston who are nurses who they'll move that pack for you like in their trunk. They will. So I don't know what people are talking about with that whole nurse shit. That really don't matter. That don't matter at all. But the fact that they took a settlement before, like even like before even like proceedings started, like in the legal, like in the courtroom, as far as like criminal charges even like being passed, like being brought up, like to for them wanting to be charged or whatever, like nothing has, like they haven't pushed through for any of that, but they went and took a check. They took a check, Tree. They just took the check like what, yesterday?
Damn, that's crazy.
$12 million.
That is so.
And
Hey,
you know,
let me ask you: is the
lawyers
dude,
getting at least 25%? What do you say?
is her boyfriend still locked up?
I think so, but
I be thinking about that. Like,
Like,
he getting lost in this whole case. Like, ain't this nigga still locked up, just sitting in jail for this shit? Like, what they doing for him? I would be pissed off if I was in this position.
that's what I'm saying. That family, like you see, that's what I'm saying. People around that case, I think people across America are getting just the surface level of it. But if that man's still sitting in jail and then I got a $12 million settlement, that should tell you something about her fam. Like I'm telling you, like something's up with that case. Like something ain't right with that case. Something ain't right with that case. Because the thing is, like people are saying, like, why would police even beat her house? She's just a nurse who goes to work and this and that. So why is she dating a dude who moving drugs?
Yeah, this shit is crazy.
And he be in her house. He be in her house. Like, what girl you know who's just like, she would never go near a drug. She this and she's squeaky clean. Why would she have a dude who pushed drugs in her house?
Yeah.
And that's what people aren't talking about.
That whole case is crazy as well too, man. And what's up with the dude who got shot
Oh
7
shit, the
times in the
mayor's
back?
live. As soon as I said it.
Who went live?
The mayor.
We've already made, including us, to get to this point.
Yeah, the mayor's live. He just went live.
So her family got 12 meal tickets. Hush money. We done seen this story plenty of times. Then the family gonna say, "Can we just all get along?"
It's multi-layered. What we were able to accomplish today through the civil settlement against the officers is tremendous, but it's only a portion.
She said the civil suit that we settled today versus the officers is tremendous. That's what her family just said.
Wow.
Tree, do you know who pays those settlements? You know who pays for those settlements, right?
The taxpayers, right? Yeah, like, wow. 12 million. I can understand if she was saying, yeah, they broke us off 500 million. That was tremendous. But 12 meal tickets? Then we'll
Yep.
be hearing stories 3-4 years from now, stories that Breonna Taylor's family is broke.
Yep.
They spent all the money
Yep.
and man, we just heard this shit too many times, my nigga.
Yep.
You know, we was first aware of it with Rodney King. They gave him that little chump change and he was broke afterwards and they was clowning him and shit. I think black people are in a worse position today than they was, you know, in the past. As far as racial tension and police injustice, like, even though the spotlight is on it right now, I think it's just gonna get worse. Ain't nothing for them to really get done. Starting to see it, like, you know, dudes is walking up, you know, police is feeling super threatening right now. Dudes is just walking up while they eating donuts in a patrol car, putting bullets all through the damn windshield.
So the two officers in that shooting, they died.
Nah, they were in critical condition. I think they survived. I haven't been following the story within the last 2 days, but it's a video out everywhere you can see of the shooting. And if you carefully watch that video, I think there's another person in that video that's like at the end of the alleyway. And you can see that person was like a lookout. I think that was person was with him. And they was like looking out because they were just standing right there. And even while he was shooting, they was just standing right there looking at him. And when he let off the whole clip and he started running back towards that person, that's when they start walking.
I did see him turn and look at somebody.
And then you see the car door of the police car open because they radioed for help in themselves. But they got hit all in the head and face and stuff. And I said, uh-oh. So you just be expecting some anonymous black person, and I hope it ain't me getting shot by LAPD out here. It's coming because they doing a tit for tat thing. You best believe the police, they gonna get some get back some way, somehow. So, and I'm tripping how like people ain't like covering that story or whatever. I don't even know if they caught the dude. They still on a manhunt for the dude. The last I heard, it was $100,000 reward for him.
Oh, that's right. Because the sheriff put out a statement about he want LeBron James to up the reward.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, he said I got a challenge for LeBron James. That was the quote. He said I got a challenge for LeBron James.
Hey,
He
see,
said up the reward for finding the person who shot the two officers. I saw it this morning.
wow. And see, he ain't doing nothing but adding fuel to the fire. That was a lousy motherfucking move on this part. Just being that we within these racial times right now.
And knowing that LeBron is at the forefront for athletes and pushing for
Yeah, he's advocating for black
this
people.
with police brutality.
Man, that was a sucker move, man. What color was that sheriff?
I can't remember. Hold on. I'm getting it right now.
Because, you know, I would presume he's probably black. They going to send another black man to call LeBron out. Oh, you see the games they play? Boy, they play games. Their chessboard is cold. That's some cold shit. You raised it, motherfucker. Go in your police fund. God damn it. About a bitch. Gonna tell LeBron to raise that shit. My nigga King Blizzy.
Hey, oh, it's that LA sheriff, that Alex Villanueva dude.
Oh, okay, Latino. What's up with it, Blizzy? What's
He's a
poppin' with you,
Latino.
Playboy?
What's going on?
You know, ain't shit. Looking for some eggs and grits, some breakfast food.
Yeah. I was just sitting back listening to the show.
Already. Yeah, we just going through another range of, you know, just talking, man, conversating. What's up with you, man?
Oh man, just doing a little work at the house before I head out. But I was just listening, and I was thinking, what type of grain of or what type of caliber of bullets were they using to on them police officers?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like, why they ain't dead?
If you getting shot in the head and the face and all that shit, nigga, you should just be slumped. Either that or white Jesus must got they back.
That's the same thing I was thinking when they was talking about the injuries was all to the head. I'm like, huh? Like both of them got hit.
And like these motherfuckers, what are these motherfuckers made out of fucking metal or something?
I don't know.
Must be them fucking cyborgs you talking about.
I mean,
What'd you say, Pat?
like if you're using a 9mm bullet, I mean, like you can survive that. Like somebody can shoot you from 10 feet with a 9mm, and if you use a 9mm bullets, like yeah, you can survive it. Like like it depends. Yeah, it just depends. It just depends. Like if you're using standard, if you're using like standard ammunition, like a cop would use, and you shooting with like a 45 Glock, like oh yeah, like it's gonna blow a hole in you. That's why most of the time when cops shoot people, they die because of the bullets they're using. It depends on what gun he used. Like I said, if he's using a 9mm, like you can survive that shit. Like you can.
Did you watch the video, Blade?
Yeah, I saw it.
You see the other nigga at the end of the alley? Watch
Yeah.
watch his movements. He stay there the whole time while they getting shot up. And then when the dude start running back towards him, that's when he start walking. Because I know they looking for that person because that's a supreme eyewitness to the whole event.
So you think it's crime? He's gonna drop a dime on him?
I don't know, but I think that was his crime. I think that person was a lookout because I was just watching that person the whole time, and you can see when dude eased up on the window, he started letting off. That person is just standing right there looking.
Right.
He didn't move the whole time, and then when the dude started running back towards him, that's when he started walking. And then the last part you see is one of the passenger side door opens of the police car, and then the video cuts off.
Man, yeah. Niggas need to step their gun game up, man. They using these fucking 22 calibers with these low grain fucking bullets. That shit's crazy.
And you can tell dude was a youngster. Nigga was like about 5'3".
Yeah.
Little nigga wasn't even finished growing. So they ain't caught the nigga yet, huh, Blade? I'm trying to see. They ain't even like really publicizing no manhunt or anything. But you know they mad.
Yeah, he probably had like a little pussy ass 22.
You said what was Rodney King doing in Sacramento? When was Rodney King in Sacramento, Saffron? Yeah, little dude was 5'3" at the most. He was a little itty bitty dude.
And they used the same gun that fucking Q bought off the what's her name from Juice.
Is Rodney King still alive?
Nah.
He dead.
Yeah. That nigga out of here.
How he died?
Well, I think he drowned in the pool, some shit like that. So they say.
What? What?
Yeah, that shit happened a while ago.
Damn.
They said Rodney King drowned in the pool somehow.
High off that cocaine.
Yeah, so they say. Who knows? Some nigga could have just tripped him and pushed him in the pool and then just grabbed his head and just kept it underwater.
How much money did they give? They must have gave Rodney King some for real chump change, man. How much money did they give that boy? I remember he blew that shit off and they was clowning him.
I don't even remember.
They must have gave him like just a meal ticket or something back in the day.
Right.
Cause he was broke. They was roasting him and everything. I said, damn.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, his ass drowned.
He said he saw Rodney King in person at Sacramento Greyhound 2005. Oh, okay. That's what he said. What was Rodney King doing in Sacramento? Probably trying to get him a hit. I'm just keeping it real.
That's funny. Get him a blast before he hop on the Greyhound, huh?
Yeah, that booyah.
Yeah, booyah.
I need a booyah. Right now, right now. I went to the dope man and said, please, 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 please. Blade is on the panel. You can't see him, Saffron?
I think you late with the chat.
Shit, I probably am. I'm looking at it on my OBS.
I don't see no. Yeah, I don't know, man. All I know is I'm about to hop up off this bitch, head out the door.
Already, man. Me too.
Yeah.
Make some things happen.
Yeah, you gotta make it happen.
Supposed to been going to take my car in early this morning, but I woke up with a little headache, and I'm like, man, I don't think I'm going to get my oil change today.
Okay. Just don't do it high.
I know. I fuck around and drive up there and leave my car and walk home. Oh man, what the hell do I be thinking about? I be in other worlds and vortexes and shit. What's up with it, Chris? It's Chris L. Rucker. Who was that, Malcolm?
I don't know, man. Yeah, you got the same avatar and all that. What's up, Malcolm?
Let's go. When motherfucking just spot you out like that, Malcolm. In the middle. He been looking for, I ain't said nothing to him. He said tree way back a long time ago. But we was conversating, man. Grown folks was talking, Malcolm, so I couldn't address you. But what's popping with you, Playboy? Chris L. Rucker. Who is that, Malcolm? Yeah, I feel a little bit better. I had my cup of coffee, my Folgers. Christos. The hazelnut creamer.
Yeah, for sure.
Say that's your name? Yeah, okay.
That's my name. That's your name for today, huh? I know once you click on Malcolm's profile picture and he opened this little panel up when it goes switch account, he probably got like 10,000 different accounts underneath his main account. That motherfucking list is long, nigga.
Damn. Ooh, shit. I couldn't do it, man.
Them niggas is crazy, bro.
I mean,
Yeah.
the most I used to do back in the day when we used to be playing with them booters on Yahoo, you had to create different email accounts so you can send the packets at these motherfuckers. You got like, instead of one bot, you got like maybe 50 bots coming at your ass to really, freeze your computer up over there.
Oh, yeah.
I can see it being used for, in that sense.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's back in the days. Things were simpler. Let's
Yeah.
not go that route, though. The fucking path of nostalgia and all that shit. Yeah, let me go. Hey, Pat, what's up, Pat?
What up, man? I'm over here cleaning the bare arms. I'm chilling. I'm about to leave out in a few, and I ain't playing with these whippersnappers these days, fellas. I'm not playing. I don't leave my house without it. I'm not playing with them.
Can't play nowadays.
These white boys too. I'm not playing with nobody. Like, I'm tired of this shit going on, man. Like, I'd be ready to snap on these fools, man. People be coming out their mouth saying stupid shit. Like, I put my mask down this morning because the lady couldn't hear me inside the goddamn bakery. The same one tree I told you about, the lady with the old lady with the Porsche. She was acting all like she owned the road and shit.
Right.
And this lady was like, "You need to keep your mask on." Like not a lady who worked there, bro. Just some lady. Like I'm like, bro. Like you get. I told her, I said, if you get sick, ma'am, and die, then the world is better. I told her that shit. Bro.
God
You don't
damn,
come speaking out your mouth to people like that. Like
if you
crazy
get
shit.
sick and die, the world's a better place.
Yeah, cause like you walking around being the goddamn mask police, and I'm just getting a fucking muffin. Like what the fuck is wrong with you?
I know. It's hard to hear with them fucking masks on.
Yeah, man. That's why I don't even like going out, man. I don't want to get in one of them conversations where motherfuckers trying to tell me something and I got to go upside my fucking head.
Right.
Oh well. I don't know, man. I haven't had. I haven't had no problems.
I walked down the grocery store. Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
I was walking down
When
the
people
street.
see you coming down the grocery store aisle, they swerving like you got a
Yeah.
goddamn shotgun in your hand or something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they scared to walk close to people. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? Like these people got y'all brainwashed.
Nigga ran up all up on the grass the other day. I was walking down the street, walking to the store. And the nigga had to walk past me. That nigga ran all up on the grass. I'm like, nigga. All them sudden movements like that, man. You gonna fuck around and get hit in your mouth.
Well, you know they painted black people as the having a COVID-19. First it was the Chinese people, then they transmitted it to the black people.
Yeah, I
So
remember
they
that.
got-
They was like, oh, the black population is suffering the most from COVID-19. Like, huh?
It became the black virus.
Yeah.
Now they got articles coming up of the bubonic plague out there in Cali too.
What's the
Nigga.
bubonic plague?
Some fucked up shit.
Is it sexually transmitted?
Possibly.
Well, I'm safe.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm not baby.
It says exposure over 1 of the 7 days to the bacteria, flu-like symptoms, including fever, headaches, vomiting, swollen and painful lymph nodes.
Oh, damn.
Let's see, what else?
So is this Corona Part 2?
And they may
2.0?
be tender and warm. Others include fever, chills, headache, fatigue, muscle aches. The bubonic plague requires urgent hospital treatment with strong antibiotics.
My nigga, they actually named something the bubonic plague. Remember we used to like joke and have that terminology back in the day?
Yeah.
And so they actually named something the bubonic plague.
Yeah, it used to
That's
be called.
crazy as fuck.
It used to be back in the day. It used to be called the Black Death. Imagine that. It's a flea-borne disease from rodents that jump to humans.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. They just shit jumping in from labs. These niggas is in there cooking that shit up like cocaine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jumping from labs to humans.
Yeah. Yeah. California's up out of here, nigga. All it takes is one more good earthquake, nigga. Y'all niggas is sinking.
Nigga, you ain't far, nigga. Where you think we coming to?
Far enough, nigga.
Where you think we coming to if California get fucked up?
Nigga, I'm moving. Fuck y'all niggas.
You know? We be coming to Arizona, Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Shit
know
right
what?
there near us. We coming. Make room.
Arizona may not look that big on the map, but it's pretty big. It's vast
Good.
and wide.
I'm glad you
So
got
I'll
room for us, nigga. So yeah, let us get hit with an earthquake, nigga. We coming. Now I'll be knocking right on your door. Blade, what's up, my nigga?
Nigga, I'll
Make
be out of
room.
here. I'll be out of here.
You know?
I'm,
I'm like, nigga, do this pool heat up, nigga? Where the switch at, nigga?
Nigga, you can jump in the pool if you want to. You gonna break a hip, nigga. Motherfucking pool gonna be empty, nigga.
This nigga Blade talking, I'm gone. I'm empty and pulling the plug on the pool. This motherfucker draining this motherfucker like the swamp.
Yeah, man. Shit, there's a lot of motherfuckers from California staying over here right now. God damn, nigga. They piling in.
They may be permanent residents, nigga. They may not have nothing to come back to.
Yeah, I know.
That's some devastating shit. A way to lose your shit, man. I was involved in a fire where my house almost got caught in fire, man. The house next door to me burnt up to a crisp.
Yeah.
Shit is about to jump the fence and catch my shit. And I get them firefighters they props. They broke my fence down, but they had to come in that way to cut it off, cut the fire off. But they did their thing. I was sitting there with a water hose before they came. They was like, "Get out the way, nigga!" Tears start welling up in my eyes. I was like, "Oh my god, my shit about to be burnt down." I was pacing back and forth, nigga, up the street, and they was like, "It's good." All the white folks, "It's gonna be okay, Kenny." And I'm like, "It's gonna be okay." What you mean, motherfucker? My shit is up in here my whole life.
He said my whole. Yeah. I had a homie. We used to work together. We used to be bouncers, and I forgot how it happened. I think his apartment caught on fire while he was at work, and news got back to him. That motherfucker was pissed. He was like, "Fuck, I don't know what to do."
Yeah, nigga. Like, your shit is just ashes, nigga. Everything that represents you in life, nigga, as far as material possessions, is just ash, nigga.
Yeah.
That's some fucked up shit, my nigga.
And then after we got done with the job, he walked out the door. He yelled that shit. He was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
I couldn't help but to laugh over That's just the way he yelled "fuck." That shit sounded like something off a movie.
That pain was in his voice.
Yeah, that pain was in there. He had both of his fists raised up, looking up at the sky when he said that shit.
Yeah.
I was dying. Fuck! I was like, damn, man. If you want, you could crash at my spot for a few days, man. I was like, damn, man.
I feel that shit though, my nigga, because I came close, man. I was like, whoa, like that's some devastating shit right there, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
I can only imagine shit.
What's up with Miss Jatora Tipton? How you doing? They put me in jail on Facebook, Jatora, so you're gonna have to come over here and hang out with your friendly neighborhood partner, you know, or see if the BBW's over there can get some bail money for your boy.
Yeah, and the cold part about it is it wasn't even his fault at the house. It was his neighbor. Something happened with his neighbor, like the wiring or the gas or the fucking stove. Something happened, but he caught the brunt of it.
Damn. Let me tell you what happened with me with my little situation, nigga. I had just found out about Sons of Anarchy, right?
Yeah.
So, I was like locked into that series watching it. So I'm in my bedroom, laid up on my bed. I got my iPad in my hand and I got my headphones on. And I'm like in the whole little Sons of Anarchy days, right? And so I'm just laying back on my bed and shit. And you know, you hear them Harley Davidson motorcycles revving up all through the movie and shit like that. So that's constantly in my ear with my headphones on. But I'm hearing like a louder crackling sound, right? You know, and I'm like, nigga, is that the motorcycles are? And then the motorcycles are stopping. I hear now, and I took off my headphones. I'm like, nigga, what is that crackling? You know, and I just figured like, oh, maybe that's just something outside. So I put my headphones back on, my nigga.
Yeah.
And so I'm stuck back in the motherfucking series, watching the motherfucking show. And this crackling sound start getting louder, my nigga. And I'm like, man, what is that fucking crackling and shit, right? So I snatch off my headphones again, and I'm hearing it louder. And so I said, let me get up and just like walk to the front of the house because my bedroom is way in the back. So as I get up and I'm going down the hallway, I'm coming into the kitchen. In the kitchen, I got a big ass window right there where you can just see into my neighbor's backyard and everything. Like you can see their house and shit, right? And so when I get to the kitchen, nigga, I just seen a big ass ball of fire in my kitchen window, like from next door, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" And from then I just went into motherfucking panic superhero mode, and ran out motherfucking side, assessed that shit, and got my cell phone in my hand. I'm calling the motherfucking 911 fire department, whatever, trying to get them there. And nigga, I seen right then and there how powerful fire is, because I'm sitting there with my water hose trying to spray my fence down, trying to prevent the fire from jumping over the gate. And then at one point, nigga, that shit just almost overtook me, my nigga. And that's when the fireman had pulled up and they bust, because they little thing was just right down the street from my house in Hollywood,
Right.
on Santa Monica Boulevard. And they pulled in there and they broke down my fence and they came in that way. They was like, "Move out the way." And I ran out, and that's when my neighbors was trying to console me, nigga. I had tears welling in my eyes, and they was like, "Don't worry about it. We're going to save your house." And they saved that shit, man. But you know what? Like on my blinds, nigga, my window, they was melted, my nigga.
All right, Pat. Yeah.
That heat was so intense. The fire
Yeah.
never touched my house, but the heat was so intense, nigga. My windows was melted, nigga.
Yeah, fire is very powerful.
Melted glass and shit. Like the blinds on the inside, they was melted. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Fire is some powerful shit, man.
It is. And that's when I knew firsthand. I said, I get them firemen as they props. The way they came in and attacked that shit, because that shit like overtook me, nigga. I had to drop that water hose and run.
Oh yeah, all you was doing was pissing off that fire with that old pussy ass water hose. That fire.
All right, Pat Nasty, be safe, nephew. Yeah, I was pissing it off. Yeah, heat is very intense, man. That's how I
What's
see
that
it can be used
crackling
as a-
noise?
Well,
Damn, it feel like it's 120 degrees up in here today. What's going on?
yeah.
Nigga walked in the other room. Oh my god!
Oh my God, just what I said. I was like, oh my God. So when you said that welling, when that dude was well, it was like, you heard the pain in his voice. I was
Yeah.
like, nigga, I understand firsthand. That's why that shit was funny.
Hey, that shit was funny. That shit was funny as a motherfucker, man. Just being there and just seeing him doing that shit. Fuck!
You a cold motherfucker for that.
Hey man, that shit sound like some shit off a movie, man. I can't help it. I mean, it's fucked up, but that shit sound funny, man.
You right, Saffron. Get a fire extinguisher inside your house.
Yeah. But what if the fire overtakes the place where your fire extinguisher is at?
Well, your shit is gonna be ashes.
Thank you so much. I'm telling you, man. If you was there, you'd have been laughing too. The way he had his head tilted up to the sky, both hands in the air.
Like, why, God? Why me? Fuck!
Not even that. It was just one word. Just fuck. He screamed that shit too. That shit echoed. That nigga. Oh man. Hey man, I gotta go, man.
All right,
That's just
pimpin'.
too
Have a
funny.
good one out there, man. Be
All
safe.
right, man.
For sure. Hell yeah, that shit was hella funny, man. See, I just came from taking a fire hazard class today from my job. Fire ain't no joke, man. Nah, man, that shit is no joke. I never knew how hard a fireman's job was. Them motherfuckers get busy, my nigga. 'Cause fire is a whole different motherfucking monster. Especially when you experience that shit firsthand. And just the feelings I was feeling, like, man, all my shit is about to burn down. Because my neighbor's house was done. They shit was to a crisp, and it's unfortunate I didn't catch it in time. I just so happened to have fucking headphones on and, not able to hear shit. Because I was laid up there for a while. It was at least like 20 minutes. Like when I first heard the crackling sound, I snatched my headphones off. Then I put them back on. I had to start watching the series again for like about 20 more minutes. Say tomorrow finna be lit. Though they finna let us start fires and put them out. What? Nigga, who do you work for? The Wanderer, BOM, or Antifa, nigga? Got you over there starting fires. Yeah, I'm near the fires. The Infinity One was popping with you. I'm definitely near the fires. My car is just filled up with ash at the moment. You know, I went and washed it one day, came out the next day. It looked like somebody just took a big bulldozer of ashes and just dumped them on my car. And I was like, wow. So basically, I've just been staying indoors. You know, hopefully the air start clearing again. He said, "The wonder, are you a firefighter?" Oh, he probably is. Shout out to you, the wonder, if you are, man. That's a tough job. Niggas gotta climb trees for kitty cats and all that. Yeah, that is crazy how every couple of years or so we have all these fires. The Infinity One. But now it's just, it done ramped up. I think this is a record-breaking number of fires all at once. So I think it's, you know, on purpose, like somebody's doing this stuff on purpose. Yay, but I'm finna get up and get out of here. Party people in a place to be. I gotta make some runs, handle some little business. And I'll be back on this thing later on, and maybe I appease the people and come back up here and roast a couple motherfuckers. No, I'm just playing. They be liking that roasting, man. They be loving that roasting. But yeah, you party people out there, have a good one. Stay safe. And until next time, peace.